Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0797, indicates a malfunction with the Pressure Control Solenoid Valve C within the Continuously Variable Transmission, CVT, of the Honda Civic models from 2016 to 2021. This specific solenoid is critical for regulating hydraulic pressure sent to the forward clutch and reverse brake, ensuring proper transmission function. When operating normally, the solenoid valve, controlled by the Transmission Control Module, TCM, modulates fluid pressure based on electrical signals. If this valve gets stuck on, it fails to respond correctly to the TCM's commands. This issue may manifest when the vehicle is shifted into drive from neutral. If the engagement time for the forward clutch is less than 0.4 seconds, it indicates a stuck condition triggering the DTC. Overall, understanding the role of the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid is essential for diagnosing and resolving issues related to DTC P0797. The culprit behind DTC P0797 is the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid valve, which plays a vital role in managing hydraulic pressure for both the forward clutch and reverse brake in Honda Civics equipped with continuously variable transmissions. This solenoid valve operates by receiving electrical signals from the transmission control module, which translates those signals into mechanical movement to regulate hydraulic fluid. Positioned within the CVT assembly, the solenoid valve is responsible for ensuring smooth clutch engagement and disengagement during driving. When the solenoid valve fails to respond appropriately, specifically when it sticks on, the TCM detects this failure and sets the DTC. The malfunction not only affects engine performance, but may also lead to transmission damage if not addressed promptly. Therefore, it's paramount to properly diagnose and resolve this issue to maintain vehicle functionality. Several factors could contribute to the setting of DTC P0797. Firstly, a faulty CVT solenoid valve may not accurately control hydraulic pressure and can become mechanically lodged in the on position. This malfunction directly leads to the TCM detecting errors during the clutch engagement process. Secondly, a defective transmission control module, TCM, itself may misinterpret sensor data or fail to send correct commands to the solenoid, complicating the system's operation. Lastly, wiring issues such as damaged connectors or shorts within the electrical circuit to the solenoid may disrupt the communication between the TCM and the valve, resulting in erroneous behavior. It is crucial to conduct detailed inspections and tests on each of these components to accurately diagnose the underlying problem leading to DTC P0797. The symptoms associated with DTC P0797 can significantly affect vehicle performance and should not be ignored. One of the primary indications is the illumination of the malfunction indicator lamp, MIL, alerting the driver that the vehicle has detected a problem. Additionally, the shift position indicator on the dashboard may blink, signifying a fault in the transmission system. Drivers may also experience delayed or rough shifting while transitioning through gears, which can lead to an uncomfortable driving experience and potential long-term damage. These symptoms can also serve as a precursor to more severe transmission issues if the DTC is not addressed promptly. Early detection is key to maintaining vehicle reliability and performance. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0797 begins with starting the vehicle's engine. Once the engine is running, it is essential to ensure that the brake pedal is firmly pressed to prevent any unintended vehicle movement, as this increases safety during the process. After the brake is engaged, the next step involves shifting the gear lever from the neutral N position to the drive D position. This shift simulates typical driving behavior, which allows for the observation of the solenoid's performance. By doing this, you are setting the conditions necessary for the TCM to properly assess the operation of the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid valve. Should this initial check reveal any discrepancies in engagement time, it may warrant further diagnostic steps specified for addressing the DTC. Following the initial gear shift, the next troubleshooting step is to return the shift lever to the neutral end position. It's critical that you allow the vehicle to remain in this position for at least 2 seconds to ensure proper system evaluation. After this pause, the sequence calls for repeating the previous step, transitioning from neutral back to drive. This cycle should be conducted 5 times in total. Each repetition allows for heightened monitoring of the solenoid's response to the TCM's hydraulic pressure signals. This process will not only aid in identifying if the solenoid is consistent in its operation, but is also crucial in confirming any persistent faults that could relate back to the DTC P0797. Consistency across these shifts is pivotal for determining the valve's operational state. Once the 5 cycles of shifting have been completed, the next step should include turning the vehicle off and placing it into the off-lock mode. This action is important as it resets the system and clears any temporary states that may have been triggered. After shutting down the vehicle, the troubleshooting process requires repeating the earlier driving pattern where you shift between neutral and drive multiple times. This repetition with the engine running again allows for continuous assessment of the TCM's ability to manage the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid valve under controlled conditions. Observing the shifts at this point is crucial. If any irregularities re-emerge in engagement timing or behavior, it may further confirm issues linked to DTC P0797. Maintaining a close eye on performance metrics during this phase helps narrow down the fault locus. After completing the diagnostic and necessary repair actions for DTC P0797, it is essential to verify that all systems are functioning correctly. Utilize a scan tool to clear the stored diagnostic trouble codes from the TCM. Following this clearance, conduct a test drive under various conditions to evaluate the performance of the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid valve and ensure the repair has effectively resolved the issue. It is advisable to monitor for any signs of the check engine light illuminating again, or if the shift position indicator begins to blink post-repair. If no symptoms reoccur during routine operation and the vehicle's shifts are smooth, it confirms a successful closure of the DTC. Verification is a pivotal step to confirm repair effectiveness and to ensure long-term reliability in vehicle operation. To prevent issues related to DTC P0797 from recurring, a regular preventive maintenance schedule is crucial. One of the primary tasks is to conduct routine checks on the transmission fluid level and its quality, as low or dirty transmission fluid can severely impact solenoid function and overall transmission health. Additionally, it is advisable to inspect the wiring and connectors leading to the CVT clutch pressure control solenoid valve for any signs of damage, corrosion, or wear. Keeping these electrical connections intact ensures that the TCM receives accurate feedback for optimal performance. Furthermore, consistently monitoring the vehicle's shift performance can help catch early symptoms of malfunction or fault. Timely intervention can avert greater issues down the road and ultimately enhance vehicle longevity. In summary, DTC P0797 presents specific issues centered around the pressure control solenoid valve within the CVT of Honda Civic models from 2016 to 2021. Understanding the role of this valve including how it regulates hydraulic pressure for crucial functions like the forward clutch and reverse brake, is pivotal for effective troubleshooting. A systematic approach to diagnostics, including steps outlined in this guide, not only assists in pinpointing the issue, but also aids in developing targeted repairs. Furthermore, the importance of regular preventive maintenance cannot be overstated. By routinely checking fluid levels, inspecting wiring, and monitoring transmission performance, vehicle owners can significantly reduce the likelihood of encountering similar problems in the future. Addressing DTC P0797 promptly and effectively results in a well-functioning vehicle that provides smooth and reliable performance. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.